On May 13th, 1985, the Philadelphia Police Department, in conjunction with the city and in collaboration with federal agencies, dropped a bomb from a helicopter onto a row house in West Philadelphia. The occupants of that home were members of a black revolutionary movement called MOVE. 11 of their members were killed that day, and over 60 homes were destroyed by the bomb's aftermath, a fire that was intentionally allowed to burn out of control. Margot Harry, in her 1987 book, Attention Move, This is America, explains how firefighters on the scene were instructed to not use water on the blaze. By the time the bomb was dropped, the city had already fired tear gas and used high-pressure water cannons against MOVE members in their home on Osage Avenue. It was only in 2020 that the city finally issued a formal apology to MOVE. Now, in 2021, on the massacre's 36th anniversary, MOVE members and supporters met on Cobbs Creek Parkway to march past the 6200 block of Osage Avenue and onward to Malcolm X Park.
There's a phrase that has just injected itself into our society over the last couple of months called the big lie. Well, the big lie is what has happened to MOVE since 1972. The city, the court system, the cops, the prosecutors, and yes, the media was telling big lies about MOVE from Jump Street. I'm looking at my watch, not to be discourteous, but to remember what happened 36 years ago. Because at 8 o'clock, I'm on Cobbs Creek Parkway watching Osage Avenue burn down. They talk about it as being a fire and a blaze. It was an inferno. We could see the flames jumping across the roof, across the street. While this was happening, or before this was happening, we heard the gunshots. We heard police shooting at MOVE members trying to come out of that house. And before...
What makes us believe that they will not do this again? They did it to Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921, and they're doing it to MOVE in 1985, and in 2005, and in 2021. We will never forget, and we will stay on the move. This is my message to you people today, to us people today, to all the people in this country right now. We are going to stay on the move, and we're going to push for accountability, and we are not going to stop until we get it. On the move! On the move! On the move!
Also this year, MOVE members learned that the remains of 2 of their children killed in 1985 had been in the custody of the University of Pennsylvania. The school had used the bones of Tree and Delicia Africa as part of an anthropology course. Fingers were pointed at museum employees, the city's medical examiner's office, and also Princeton, as the remains had been briefly held there. The city eventually responded by asking its health commissioner Thomas Farley to resign. Writer, activist, and co-founder of the Black and Brown Workers Cooperative, Abdul Ali Muhammad spoke with PhillyCAM last month. They discussed why reparations for MOVE and other black Americans shouldn't be a controversial topic. They said that's only one small part of what MOVE deserves. The organization has also demanded the release of political prisoner and MOVE supporter Mumia Abdul-Jamal.
There is nothing that can repair the wounds, the deep ancestral wounds that come from my ancestors being enslaved. There's nothing that can repair the displacement of my people generationally from their place in Africa, from their place in South Carolina, from their place in Philadelphia. There's nothing that can repair that, right? But there is reparations. There's money that people can not even give, that they can redistribute, right? That they can give back.
In response to Mayor Jim Kenney asking Health Commissioner Farley to resign over the city's mishandling of the MOVE remains, Abdul Ali Muhammad had this to say.
yet. It's not enough. I think, I said that Kenny needs to resign. And not just Kenny. There's so many people who require accountability because this is a systemic problem where there's complicity everywhere. There's complicity everywhere. Um, and when I mean everywhere, I'm talking about in institutional spaces. I'm talking about University of Penn. I'm talking about Princeton University. I'm talking about the city. Talking about the police. I mean, there's deep complicity, and that requires this kind of egregious act requires more to be done than just to throw the health commissioner under the bus.
Speaking to the press in mid-May, Mayor Kenny said the medical examiner's office would change a policy that allows it to cremate or destroy remains without reaching out to families first. The Philadelphia Inquirer reported the following. The Kenny administration has so far promised an investigation led by Detchert LLP law firm to identify and return the human remains of all moved victims in city custody. Activists are hoping for full transparency and communication throughout that process. Reporting for PhillyCAM Voices, I'm Tom Reese.